How are you? Are you nuts? Are you crazy? Yes, I am. And I'm gonna bite you and suck your blood. No. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? What is the distinction between a sane person and an insane person? It's just a hairline, I think. I remember that guy. He was confined in a mental hospital for quite some time. And finally, the director of the mental institution would like to release him. And so there was an interview before they let him go. And the director says, well, according to the reports, you are already becoming more and more normal. And in fact, you like to do some chores in the institution, like, laundry. No, nobody likes to wash clothes, but you did. You volunteered, and they say you're an expert in doing the laundry. And then the mental patient said, oh yes, I love to do that. And then he said, well, just this morning, they told me you did some great act. There was a patient like you who was drowning in the swimming pool. And you jumped and you saved him. Imagine saving a life. I think that is great. So I'm about to release you now because I know that you're a normal person. You think normally, logically. So I'm about to sign this paper and would now release you. Ooh. All of a sudden, two security guards, attendants of the mental institution barged in and said, Director, we've got somebody in the toilet. What's happening? He hanged himself. He committed suicide. And he's all wet. I don't know where he came from, but he hanged himself. And then the mental patient said, oh, no. He did not hang himself. He was the guy I saved from the pool. He's all wet. So, like any laundry thing, I hang him to dry. I'm gonna bite you. My dear friends, what are the signs of insanity? It depends. If you keep on laughing for a reason because some friends of yours are joking around, then that's okay. That's normal to laugh. But if you're laughing all by yourself, all the time, looking blankly and laughing all by yourself, then that is something else. Crying? It's okay. If there is a reason for you to cry. But if there is no reason to cry, must be indicative of something. Fear, yes. Anybody can be so afraid, but some people are OZs, meaning obsessive, compulsive, paranoid. You see, these are signs of mental disorders. Well, there is somebody who told me, what is the difference between a normal person, a psychiatric person, and a psychotic person? What's the difference? Do you know the difference? Well, I'm gonna tell you. For a normal person, 1 + 1 equals 2. Right? That's the normal person. For a psychiatric disturbed person, 1 + 1 is still 2. But he cannot accept it. 1 + 1 equals 2, but he refuses to accept. Well, what is a psychotic? For a normal person, 1 + 1 equals 2. For a psychiatric disturbed person, 1 + 1 equals 2, but he cannot accept it. Now, for a psychotic, 1 + 1 equals 3. Totally out of reality. You know, my dear friends, if you have an annual physical checkup because your body grows weak, your body becomes tired, spent, especially for those who are not so young, a physical executive checkup in order to know the state of your physical health, then the more each one of us should have an at least annual mental checkup. Because our brains, especially today, is so malleable. We're so open to so many stresses, not even our own. We're so open to tensions, to so many problems and challenges. And I'm saying that sometimes they're not our own. We are so open to so much fear, paranoia, especially when I look at you this way and I open my mouth and I am about to bite you. So our brains, like our bodies, can get tired, can get weak, and sometimes it could snap anytime, like your kidneys, like your heart, like the veins in your head. And so, a mental checkup is necessary. I heard that in some, police stations in some countries, they have a resident psychologist or psychiatrist. Every time a police would go out on operations and, arrest somebody or worse, kill somebody in the process, in the operations, then immediately he's suspended for a few days. And then he would undergo a debriefing, and this is care of the resident psychologist. Why? Because it's not only shooting somebody dead in the course of the police operations that is physically harmful, but it also affects the brain of the policeman, of the police officer. And he has to be, sometimes he becomes disoriented and he has to be debriefed on this. So you see, now let me ask you a question. When was the last time you saw a psychologist or psychiatrist to sit down there or to lie on the couch and, start telling your nightmares, your fears, your paranoia, your obsession, your compulsion, and your sleepless nights? When was the last time? You've got to. You have to. And I still remember there was this a priest, and he was confined in a mental institution, and for about 2 years he went out and fully recovered, and he was given a certificate by the mental institution that he is now sane and mentally healthy. He would always go around his friends bringing that certificate. He would show it around and say, "Hey, anybody here who has a certificate that he is mentally healthy? Or is there anybody else who has a certificate like mine saying that I am not insane?" And then, of course, a lot of people will say, "Well, we don't have that kind of that certificate, we don't have it." And so he would say, "Then you must be insane." Well, you see, my dear friends, you don't have to have a certificate in order to be mentally capable or mentally healthy. All you have to do is to take into consideration the fact that your brains are not so strong, so sturdy. It is malleable, it is impressionable, it can grow weak and tired, and you have to restore its health. Be mentally healthy, or else I'm gonna bite you and suck your blood. Well, preparing for Halloween. Hi, hello, we will have more of this. You will have more of my fangs. We'll see you next time for the next episode. And if you have some comments, well, put it down there. And subscribe. We have more to come. Bye-bye.